This is Time Jump TV. I am William Kay. I will be leaping through time, guiding you through some of the histories of some of the greatest cities in the world. And this week, we're back in my homeland and we're going to take a look at one of Scotland's most historic cities, Dunfermline.
Where better to start our time jump into the history of Dunfermline than 25 miles away on the outskirts of Stirling in the year 1314. Oh, handsome fella that one. The soldiers watch on as Robert stands in the aftermath of a glorious victory at Bannockburn, then raises his sword and declares Scotland free from English rule. His troops cheer and rejoice. It was said that his loyal army partied for over a week after the victory at Bannockburn. Even back then it was no Scotland, no party. And where did Robert the Bruce celebrate this historic victory? Well, back in his home in the kingdom of Dunfermline.
Robert spent most of his reign living here in the Dunfermline Abbey and Palace complex. In fact, I'm standing right where the courtyard would have been.
Back in the day, this courtyard was enclosed by huge walls, hiding a world of medieval markets, daily life, and the occasional feast or festival. It was the focal point for Bruce and the beating heart of his kingdom. After Bannockburn, Bruce ruled over Scotland until his death, aged 54, in the year 1329.
Robert the Bruce was laid to rest right here in Dunfermline Abbey. A beautiful location for a successful King of Scotland. Robert the Bruce's name is now carved into the rock of the tower itself, looking over the city that he once called home and loved. We don't have to travel far for our next Dunfermline time jump.
Just a few metres away in Pittencreef Park, or the Glen as it's known locally, sits a larger-than-life tribute to our next historic timestamp.
And it's from here Dunfermline's story goes global.
May I introduce you to Andrew Carnegie. From Dunfermline to New York, Carnegie's story moves across the Atlantic. After making his fortune in steel, driven by the rise of the railways and industry, Carnegie settled in New York, becoming one of the richest men of his era. But he's still remembered just as much for what he gave away, donating the equivalent of billions in today's money to libraries, universities, and public institutions. And he never forgot his roots, investing back in his birthplace from Carnegie Hall to the public libraries and cementing himself in Dunfermline's history. Our next shift through time is less of a jump and more of a light lean, because while Carnegie was making his mark in America, something else was happening back in Dunfermline.
Lots of chimneys like this started appearing all over Dunfermline.
These chimneys were a direct result of Dunfermline's linen boom. For over a century, the town thrived as Scotland's linen capital, with new mills springing up all over the city, powered by the latest industrial technology. And just like those old mill buildings are now a distinct part of the city's character, we move on through time. And for a lot of Dunfermline residents, it would be inexcusable to leave out the famous Scottish Cup win in the 60s. But I'm a Hearts fan, so nah, moving on. Our penultimate leap takes us to modern-day Dunfermline, where city status was finally granted by the king. And there was no more fitting a place for that moment to happen than in the Abbey. There is one final leap worth taking a quick look at, and that's Dunfermline's future. This isn't a sci-fi fantasy of Dunfermline. It's a grounded look at how the city evolves over the coming years.
That's Dunfermline's Time Jump TV. I hope you enjoyed it. Next, we're heading off to Japan, Tokyo, Okinawa, and we're going to check the history of these amazing places, islands and cities. Like and subscribe, and we can go and experience it together. Until then, goodbye.
Give us a thumbs up and make sure to like and subscribe.